Hi students, welcome to JOSAT. Today we are going to see Gender, School and Society subject Unit 1. In Unit 1 we are going to see gender roles in society. Let's move on to the introduction. Gender is constructed in an individual, interactional and structural way that usually benefits men more than a woman. Where gender does not affect any families, gender roles are based on the different expectations, and gender roles are the product of interaction between individuals and their environment, and a sort of behavior is believed to be appropriate for what sex. Appropriate gender roles are defined according to the society belief about difference between the genders and sex. The differentiation between the gender and sex came in order to define the secondary status of women. Biological differences which make women accountable for their secondary status in society. Because of this, the issues like gender discrimination, exploitation, inequality, and injustice in the society regulated by the norms and values. Let's move on to definition of gender. The concept of gender was first used by Matthew in 1984 in her study Construction of Femininity. According to Matthew, the concept of gender gives recognition to the fact that every known society differentiates between women and men. And World Health Organization WHO defines gender as gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behaviors, activity and attributes that a given society considers appropriate for men and women, that is masculine as men and feminine is the women, or gender categories. Let's move on to the meaning of gender. Gender is the concept that humans create socially through their interaction with one another and their environment, yet it relies heavily upon biological difference between male and female. Gender assigns different and unequal roles and attributes of masculine and feminine, that is, men and women. Gender is referred as social construction, and gender relations are not sacred. In fact, existing gender relations need to be questioned. Difference between sex and gender. Gender refers to the socially constructed roles, behavior, activity, and attributes that a given society consider appropriate for men and women. Sex refers to the biological characteristics with which the child is born. The child is identified as a man or woman based on their anatomical structure. Let's see the differentiation table of sex and gender. Sex refers to the biological and physiological difference between men and women, where gender refers to the social and cultural difference between men and women. Second, sex has two main categories, male and female. Gender has two main categories, that is masculine and feminine. Third, sex remains the same regardless of time and culture. Gender roles expectations may differ across time and culture. Fourth, sex is created by reproduction needs, that is biological feature, where gender distinctions are created by social norms. These are the difference between sex and gender. Next is gender roles in society. Gender role is generally defined as a set of attitude, behavior and the self-presentation method associated with being male or female. A role consists of the expectations that are defined as a particular person in a particular situation or in a particular culture. Gender role is the behavior expectation of a female or a male in a particular culture, attitude and activity that society expect of each sex. There are different roles in society. There are 7 roles: family, caste, religion, culture, media, popular culture, law and the state. Let's see brief about everything. Family. Children first learn their gender role and behavior through their own family members. It occurs from birth to 5 years of the age through the interaction with their parents, even in the older siblings in the family to teach this gender roles to their younger one. Here the girls help mother in the family maintenance, have patience and shyness. Boys are helpful to their own father, ends in brave and courage and effort. Next topic, caste. Indian society is a place where the membership is decided by birth called caste. No mutual relationship with the other caste is being encouraged there, where the lower caste are treated low, whereas the higher caste are done the supreme level. There are four castes, namely Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vedas, and Sudras. Apart from these four, there are another low level caste called as untouchables, Dalits. The occupations are carried out based on their caste. Next is religion. All religions of the world defines gender role and portray women as homemaker and the men as breadwinner, whatever the religious may be. The women are denied of their rights and men exerts more control over the women and they are assigned with more responsibilities. However, woman is placed a step lower to the men. Next is culture. Culture includes practice by a social group transmitted across generation. It constructs the lifestyle of the social group. It is mainly responsible for unequal roles among the men and the women. 50 years ago, one cannot even imagine a woman is going out of their home for a work, but due to the technology development, everything is changing nowadays. Next, media. It includes all newspaper, magazine, radio, television, etc. reinforce the gender roles. Most of the media portray women as a gentle one who manage home, family, etc. but men as the strong, aggressive and occupation, etc. This can be seen in cartoon pictures like the men as the Spider-Man, Superman and Batman. All these spread the gender stereotypes in the large scale. It is difficult to remove that from the minds of the people. Even in cinema, only men have given strong character except for the few. Popular culture. It is the place for creating new forms of the expression as well as vehicle for critics. It is providing the mixture of concept, viewpoint, attitude to suit a section of people to the culture. Pop singer Michael Jackson spread the pop music as a style and other styles like Villupattu, Mailatam, Uilatam, Kummi, Kavadi, etc. Thus, gender roles are not defined already in the selected society but only through their forms like family, caste, religion, culture, media, popular culture, and etc. And all these are still in practicing the gender roles in society. Next is law and the state. Law and justice institution plays a key role in the distribution of right and resource among women and men across all sectors. Indian constitution provides for positive effort to eliminate gender inequality, where women have equal rights to vote in our political system. Article 15 of the Constitution provides prohibition of discrimination on grounds of sex. Article 15 bar 3 authorizes the state to make any special provision for women and children. Sati Prevention Act in 1987, Dowry Prohibition Act in 1961, Special Marriage Act in 1954, that is between the intercaste or interreligion. Section 304B was added to Indian Penal Code in 1860 to make dowry, death or bride burning punishment for is lifelong. Next topic is reasons for gender inequality. Though the Indian Constitution guarantees the equal rights and opportunity for uplifting women, most of the women are deprived of their rights and privileges. Now let us see about the important reasons for those inequalities. The important reasons for the gender inequalities are gender stereotypes, patriarchy system, poverty, illiteracy, lack of employment, social practice, lack of awareness. Let's see one by one. Gender stereotype. Lauber, a psychologist, states that gender stereotype and gender role attributed by the society are the cause of the gender inequality. There must be a need to control the socio-cultural factor and influence that promote gender inequality. Next is patriarchy system. This system is the root cause for the gender inequality prevailing in the Indian society. Here, men are found to be authoritative in controlling women and exploiting them. Patriarchal family system has the sanction and the acceptance of the religious faith such as Hinduism, Islam, Christianity and got established. Poverty. It has been found that 70% of women are below the poverty line. It has the direct relationship with the inadequate earning opportunity and inability to function independently. Since the women are dependent economically on men, they are unable to make the independent decision and act independently. Next is illiteracy. In India, the illiteracy rate among the women, especially on village, is far higher than men. The illiteracy are incapable of knowing their rights and property utilizing their opportunities. Next is lack of employment opportunity. Women spend most of their time in the family routines. Hence, they do not have proper time in undertaking or undergoing job outside the home. They mostly do not have regular income earnings or job. They are economically dependent on other male member of their family. Next is social practice. In India, patriarchy family system is followed. The responsibility of looking after family is very much assigned to women. Men are directed to fulfill the woman's need. Women are not involved in anything except to assist the men. They prefer male children as they consider them as moksha of the life, as they are involved in performing the last rite and death of their parents. Hence, they wish to have a male children. Next is lack of awareness. Most of the women are not aware of their own fundamental right and capability even today. They silently swallow the insults and the violence to them. Even though equal rights and opportunities are given to women like men, women are not fully aware of them. Violence against women still continues there. They are hesitant to raise their voice as they are very much concerned about the welfare of their own family. Thus, gender stereotypes, patriarchy system, poverty, illiteracy, lack of employment opportunity, social practices, lack of awareness among the women are still continuing. They all must be reduced to carry on the process of gender equality. Next is gender education outside school setting. Children in this society learn at a very young age that there are a difference between boys and the girls. This idea is followed daily life and is encouraged by the parent, teacher, school and the media. Little girls learn that they are supposed to like dolls and pink colors, while the little boys are learned that they are supposed to like trucks, car and a blue color. Through various form of guidance and direction from external influence, children experience gender role socialization. They quickly learn what behaviors are encouraged by their parents and peers, which one are not. These ideas are further reinforced by the media portrayals. During the second half of the 20th century, there was a dramatic shift in society was that increase of women in the workplace. The public began to see men and women from a more equal viewpoint. Researchers told that this would result in a decrease of gender role stereotypes throughout the society. However, there is no change in the adult perception of gender role, where adult pertaining to the gender role has significant influence on children. They reward or punish children on the basis of these gender stereotypes. Conclusion. Teachers need training to recognize their own explicit and implicit biases and how these biases affect their classroom behavior. Parents are also have to know and teach their children the gender integrated and that make use of curriculum that directly teach about challenge, gender bias and inequality. This is the note for the unit 1 in gender, school and society. Let's move on to the questions of unit 1. First, differentiate between gender and sex. Second, discuss the gender roles in the society in detail. And third, enumerate the reasons for gender inequality. Fourth, gender education outside the school setting. These are the questions for Unit 1 in Gender, School and Society. The notes for this unit is given in the description box as a link. You can make use of it and all the best for your examination. And please subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you friends.